Hello, my name is Meat, also known as Zane. Welcome back. We're here with some more Yawg League content. Now, today, we got something spicy, just a little bit, not as much as last time. We got a brand new list here. This is the Pro Tour Yawgmoth lists that have been running around. So, as some of you know, the Pro Tour is coming up. It's going to be this weekend. Check it out. I'm not going to be there. I did not make it. I've qualified for all the RCs, but I've not made it to the Pro Tour yet. Give me a modern one. Give me a modern one and I'll be there. But so far, they've all been just like Pioneer, Standard. And so far, this is what people are testing out in the Pro Tour from the list that we've seen. So, what do we have? We got 6 1-mana dorks. We have no 0-1s, so we have 4 Delighted Halflings and then 2 Gilded Goose. We have 4 Yawgmoth. We have a full 4 of the Orcish Bowmasters. I did switch for Zulaport today, just to try it out. We got the 4 Wall of Roots, no Innkeeper this time, 3 Strangleroot Geist, a Pachra, and then only 1 Eldritch and 1 Endurance in the main board. Full 4 Grist, full 4 Yawg, and then 1 Shieldred main board, and then of course the full 4 Court of Calling. Now I tweaked it a little bit, like I think in some of the lists they're playing a Takenuma as one of their lands. I opted to take Pendelhaven instead, just because I've been liking Pendelhaven more. And then for the sideboard, now the sideboard's been changed up quite a bit. Looks quite a bit different, because we only have one of, which is the Haywire Might. And then we have 2 Veil of Summers, 2 Endurance, 2 Force of Vigors, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Chalice, 2 Damping Sphere, because we don't have Magus anymore. We gotta have something for Tron. And brand new tech, Elven Chorus. Now, what is Elven Chorus? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's a 4-mana enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Creatures you control have turned into Bird of Paradise. Oh, that's pretty good. So you might be thinking, what the hell is this card? This is a commander card looking ass. What is this for? Yes, this is for the Rakdos matchups. So we're able to play off the top really well for 1, and then 2, Rakdos can't remove enchantments. Like, no one's playing Feed the Swarm in their sideboard. So Elven Chorus is, if it hits the battlefield and we're both in a top deck war, we essentially get a third card, or we get an 8th card to our hand with Elven Chorus. We can like peek at the top. Is it a creature? Oh, we have a fetch land. Boom, shuffle it away. Get another look at another creature, and then we can all of our creatures turn into mana dorks as well, so we can pay for the cost there. So that's the new spice we're trying out today. I'm gonna run it through a league, see how it feels, and we'll all see how it goes together. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in a second. Hello, welcome back. We're in our first league game here. We won the die roll. Would you like to play first? Yes, sir, always. So we got, okay, this hand looks pretty good. We got 2 lands. We have a Halfling. We have Yawgmoth, Strangleroot. We got a Wall of Roots and a Cord. We're going to keep it. So I did get a new mic, so that's why my voice might sound a little bit different. So just wanted to up the quality a little bit, because I know my last mic was not the best. It was, I mean, I still have it on right here, but want to get a little bit better audio quality. Let's see. We're just going to get a Forest here, I think, and we'll just play out our Halfling. Since we have the Twilight Mire, it kind of fixes our mana problems. We'll play out the Halfling, pass it back to our opponent. They are on 60 cards. They've kept 7, no companion. Less and less companions nowadays. Scam. Oh, Ragavan. Okay. I'm okay with the Ragavan. So, knowing that we're against Scam, I don't want to... I was going to say we don't want to run out our hand into a Fury Undying effect. So I just want to play Strangleroot Geist. Now let's play out... I think we're okay to play out Wall of Roots and Yawgmoth here. Yawgmoth. Because if this works out, then we can resolve Yawg next turn, which would be very good. Let's see what happens. We're praying that they don't have Scam Fury. No, thank you. 1 time. 1 time for the 2 time. 2 time for the 1 time. I'm thinking about it. I'm scared. I mean, it's not the worst. If they put everything on Wall of Roots and then they kill Yawgmoth. Oh no, they would kill Yawgmoth, put 3 on Wall of Roots, and then kill Yawgmoth. Oh, they would be able to destroy our whole board here. Okay, agree. I mean, still bad, but I like our board state more than before. Yeah, take the cord. Yeah, take the strangle root. All right, all right. Oh, they're just not doing it. Okay. Oh, we could have corded. So dumb. Oh my god. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could have gotten another 1 drop. But I kind of like my Wall of Roots at 4 here. Cope. That's just me. Cope. I mean, they know our hand. So, I guess we'll just play. They could have an Undying effect here, but I don't care if they have an Undying effect here, really. Like, and why would they would, there's no way they would have an Undying effect here. Why would they? I have a Bowmaster, sure. Okay. Still fine. I still need to get used to Bowmaster because it's like a new card. It's like, oh, they have 2 mana. You know what they have? It's Bowmaster. Of course, it's gonna be Bowmaster. So, I mean, it's just a top deck battle. It's usually what happens when we're against Scam. But we do have the Elven Chorus. We get to try out the new Elven Chorus. They're not gonna do anything here, and neither are we. Yawgmoth. Do I just want to get in there again? I think I do. They have another Bowmaster. It's like whatever. Does not seem like they do unless they have it afterwards, after the fact. Turn off auto yields. Terminate. Okay, I'm happy with them terminating my Yawgmoth. We'll just play out another one. We'll play this tapped. Wow, they immediately pass a turn. Okay. I think that might have been a misclick. Yeah, okay. Just want to get the cards out of my hand just in case they have another grief. They have 2 cards remaining. The other card they exiled was a grief for the first grief. They're fetching. Seasoned Pyromancer. Fable. Seasoned Pyromancer is pretty good here. Refills their hand. They're pitching a... They had a Fury. Wow, okay. They just didn't... They wanted to have a board instead of a Fury. Makes sense. They drew 2 more cards. They draw Ragavan. Lightning Bolt. Ragavan, okay. So now we will be on the defense. Wall of Roots is good pickup here for defense. We'll just play that out, pass it back to them. Now it's just gonna, and now if we had Elven Chorus here, we'll peek at the top card of our library. That's why I think this card, I mean, that's why a lot of people are playing it, because when you get to points like this in the game, it's just a top deck board. It's just, okay, what does this person have? Like, what do they have in their hand? Like, what do you draw? What do I draw? What do you draw? What do I draw? They're swinging with both here. Okay. So I hope they didn't just draw a Fury, but I'm just gonna block like this. They did not. Okay. Oh, Sheoldred's really good. Okay. Now they could have an Undying effect. If their last card in hand is an Undying effect, I want to play Sheoldred before I attack, because they might Undying effect their Bowmasters, and then I'll punish them. We'll play out Sheoldred. We'll go to combat. We'll swing. They're double blocking. That's a-okay with me. fetching. And we got a Shieldred. The only thing that can stop it is a Terminate. Or Fatal. God damn it. Fatal Push. Or Fatal Push. Oh, man. I should not have swung there. That's my bad. Misplay. Big misplay. I should have just held back. Okay, we're never punished. We were never punished. We had it in our hand the whole time. I just get so excited when I have Undying Yawgmoth. It has 2 counters. I just want to be like, I want to get in there. I get blood in my eyes. Like, you gonna attack my Yawgmoth? You gonna do my Yawgmoth like that? We'll just chord here. One good top deck deserves another. I didn't need a minus there, but it's fine. We're just gonna move for a turn. Endurance is very good. We have protection, so they cannot block Yawgmoth. They don't have one in the graveyard right now, right? No. We're fine. They're fetching. To turn on Fatal Push. Another Season Pyro. I could dig for a Bowmasters here. I think I want to. They have Fatal Push, right? So they would have used it already if they had it. So I will put counter their guy. Try to punish them for... Oh, look at that. We always had it. We had it the whole time. Don't even worry about it. Yes, and then we'll do this. Boom, boom. And we will ping them. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can actually do both here. So I'm gonna actually, before they draw, I'm gonna sack the token. Undying effect. Okay, that's fine. Resolves. Yep. And then we are going to filter for double black here and proliferate. So we're gonna proliferate, discarding Wall of Roots. Getting a little bit of fancy play syndrome here, but it's fine. And then that. And then trigger on the stack. Endurance. Goodbye. We could have gotten more Bowmaster triggers off of the Undying, but I'd rather just have them... I'd rather just leave them with an empty board. And ping them twice. Nice, and we got there. Awesome. Little bit of a nutty top deck on my end, and also a little bit of a misplay with the Shieldred there. I should have just left it back for sure. But pretty good. Now let's get to the sideboard. So now we have double Veil. We have the Fatal Push. We have... Let's see. I'm going off my old list. So we can bring in the 2 Endurances, and then we'll just bring in the 2 Elven Chorus. Thing like this. And then we can take out 2 Goose, an Evo, Zulaport, because we're not really going for the combo when we're against Scam. We're just trying to have a better board state. Take out 1 chord. A little bit hard to evaluate what to take out here with this new list. Definitely want the 3 endurance, 2 veil, and then we need to take out 2 more things. 1 wall. 1 geist. Run out the back like that. Let's see how it goes. I really hope we can draw Elven Chorus here and use it. Ooh. Oh, I mean, it's in our opening hand, but we have no mana. I really want to utilize this card this game so I can show it off. They are keeping 7, unfortunately, but we have to mull. Okay, so this hand is a little heavy. So... okay, I think we're gonna keep. We'll put back Dried Arbor. I was thinking about keeping the Dried Arbor there. Okay, they're Ley Line. Man, alright. Well, we cannot endurance them as we only have 1 green card in our hand. So they're just gonna go, and they're gonna take the endurance anyway. Ugh. Oh well. Well, it's gonna be a hard game, or it's probably gonna be a fast game. Okay, Hapatra is fine. I just want to thin the deck as much as possible so we can help out our draws a little bit here. So we'll just play that. It's crazy that they had the Ley Line plus the Scam Grief start. Hopefully no second land at least. No, help us out a little bit here. And they're doing a... okay, they're doing another one. Do they have another Scam effect? It'd be pretty gross if they do. They do. Wow. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is going to be a fast game. So we're going to... we have 2 turns. We need to draw action here. I mean, that's... the action is too slow, unfortunately. I think we're just dead, right? Because we're going to be taking 8. We're going to go 7. Yeah, we're going to just concede here. Crazy hand and draw from our opponent, but that's just how the Scam matchup goes. We will just run it back, I think. Yeah. We need to draw like a fatal push there. We will play first. Okay, I like this hand. It's a little bit on the slower side, but I don't want to be mulling versus the Scam deck. Starting with 7, they have the Ley Line of the Void in the hand again. We'll just play this out tapped, pass it back. Hopefully no Grief again. I really want to use Elven Chorus. Come on, let me use Elven Chorus. Oh my god. Scam players. So they will probably take the wall in the Bowmasters, I'm assuming. Well, they definitely need to be taking wall here. Crazy start both games. They have the Ley Line and the Scam Grief. Took the Bowmaster. Okay, and then they probably took the Wall Roots. Yep. Very hard decision for our Scam player to do that. Oh, and we drew it again. So that helps us out a little bit, but we really need a land. Do I want to risk it? Do they have another Undying effect, do you think? Yeah, I just want to go for it. And it looks like they're yielded. Nice. Okay, nice, nice. We took down the Grief. Oh, okay, we drew Elven Chorus. We just needed another land. We need 2 lands. Hopefully they don't have a Bowmasters here as well. They do not. They would have done it last turn if they did. Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, it's so good. Okay, well, we need a land here, please. Off the top. May I please have a land? One time. Okay. So we're doing a little good here. We'll try to resolve a Grist. Or we're gonna get Grist and we're gonna plus. They'll save it for a little bit. Exile a Yawgmoth off the top. That's good because I'd rather have a 4th land in play. Definitely not going to be easy with them just drawing 2 new cards as well. Ugh, Bowmaster is gross. Both at the Grist. So Grist isn't going to die here. Draw a land. Young Wolf. Okay, Young Wolf, not the best into the ley line. Oh, wish I had that land. But we'll just play it out anyways. They have to swing everything if they want to kill the Grist now. If they do swing everything, do I want to trade? I don't know if I do. Start swinging everything. Yeah, so it's gonna die anyway, so it doesn't matter. You have gotten my Grist, my first Grist. One, 2. Dothy is annoying, but fine. Endurance. Oh, that's actually quite good. It's a good blocker. I think I'm gonna hold up Endurance here. I'm gonna hold back blockers. We could get in for damage right now, but I think I'll just hold back blockers. Swinging with everything. What do I care about the most here? I play Endurance. Forget them. Terminate. Okay. I mean, at least we got that out of their hands. So we're gonna take 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll be going to. I think we'll block the Bowmaster at least with the insect token. Just because it's a little bit annoying. Land? Ooh, okay, we did get the land. So that's really good. But do we want to play the Grist first and plus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think we're gonna slam the course. That's what we're here for. We're here to slam the course. Oh, okay, that's really good. So we're gonna play that off the top. Oh, we got another one. Okay. So it's a blocker. That's actually a relevant blocker. We're fetching, hopefully, to just get a land. Okay. Please don't have a Fury. You had everything this game. Please give me one turn. Let me untap. Please. They might just get in with the Voidwalker and the Pyromancer. Oh, they're getting in with everything. So that means they probably drew a Bowmaster. So I will just block there. No? Okay. Oh, and we drew the Bowmaster. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. I mean, so we want to play that. I want to play Yawgmoth this turn, I think. Okay, and then we don't have anything else on top. So I think we just take out... I mean, the Dothy, we have to take out the Dothy, because it's, annoying. We could wait on Yawgmoth. We could just... No, I think we need to play it now. I mean, if they have a lightning bolt, they have a lightning bolt, right? Whatever. We need to just take this thing out right now. We will sacrifice our halfling. Okay. We're at 2. 2 is not dead. We do have to be careful of a Bowmaster, though. They probably have a Fury here, which is worst case scenario. Sideboard. Fury, yep. Gonna go all at Yawgmoth. Oh no, our whole board, huh? We're not dead. We'll be at 1. If we sack here. Target here. Man, I wish we had Innkeeper. Wait. View sideboard. Where's sideboard? Ah, Zulaport. No. Okay. Yeah, we're not dead. Endurance. Okay. How can I do this here? Oh man, this is gonna be a crazy game if we can somehow make it back. So we can't play. We can never play the peatland. We can never tap the peatland. So I think we do. We can get rid of Fury if we do Wall of Roots. I think we just want to. We want to do this here, and then play Grist, and then I think we just plus. Man, yeah, okay, Innkeep, I definitely should have Innkeeper in, like, without having... Not having access to life gate. I mean, we do have Shieldred, so it's not completely over yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have to just wait till next turn. So it's dodge removal. It's got dodge removal for... we have to dodge lightning bolt for a little bit. So they're gonna do this. I know that they can make two 1/1s, but I'm fine with that. Okay. Okay, Bowmasters is cool. So we know our top card, so we're just gonna mill it over. Halfling. We will start off by playing Halfling. Another Yawgmoth. Play out the Halfling. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have enough. So we will just pass turn here. We want to leave up the most amount of blockers. They didn't exile the Seasoned Pyromancer, which is interesting. I mean, we're dead to so many things, but we just have to pray. We can even gain life here. Oh no, yeah, we could. We could. I could board for Shieldred, crack the peatland, and then we're okay. So moving to end step, we have 1, 2. I want to just make sure we have enough mana to do this here. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start off with a Bowmasters. Ping them, and then we will board 4, 5, 6, 7. Board for 4. I'm on Shieldred. Okay, nice. Shieldred. If they have a Terminate here, we can at least gain some life with the peatland. Make the token. Now I kind of don't want to kill the Fury because of Fatal Push. So now we can start gaining back life if they let us untap here. Even if they don't let us untap, if they try to respond. 1 and 1. Okay, that's fine. Draw. Always yield. So we have another Yawgmoth here. I'm just gonna plus Grist. Make an insect. Huh. I think we will crack the peatland here. Gain some more life. Hey! Wow, we got there! Oh my gosh. They didn't have the Fatal Push. Okay, dang. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Elven Chorus. Holy moly, that was my first time playing with the card. So good. Holy moly, guacamole. We were at 1 life. We were dead to so many things. If they had Kolgut's Command, if they had an Orcish Bowmaster, if they had a Lightning Bolt, anything. Oh, jeez. Came back from that somehow. Through Leyline of the Void, through Dothy Voidwalker, through a Grief Scam. Ooh, love it. Alright, well, okay, I'm convinced. I've been convinced. I was a little iffy on this card at first. But, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. You know, you don't knock till you try it. And wow, okay, this card is the truth, I think, against Scam. When you're in these top deck situations and you have Elven Chorus, and you have like fetch lands and stuff, and you can like manipulate the top of your deck, so good. Very, very nice. Alrighty. Awesome. And we did have, I made a few blunders, you know, there's a few things I could have done better. Definitely game 1 with that Shieldred. And then there's probably a few things I could have done here differently as well, but by the skin of our teeth, we made it. So yeah, nice. We'll get into the next game. I'll see you guys in a second. Welcome back. In our second game here, we won the die roll. Would you like to play first? Yes, sir. Always. So this hand only has 1 mana. No mana dork. We have 3/4 drops. I think we're going to mulligan. Okay, this hand is much better. A little land heavy, but I think I like it a lot more. I think we'll put back the Boseiju? No, put back the Overgrown too. They mold to... They start with 7. We'll keep this. We will put back... Overgrown too, yeah. Just in case. I'm gonna keep the Boseiju just in case it's a matchup where I might need it. And we have the extra mana acceleration here. We'll just play out the Halfling first and pass it back. Let's see, they kept 7, or 60, nope. Okay. Thought it was scam for a second, so I was like, a little worried, but Relic, Swamp Relic is fine. So I'm thinking this is the mono black deck. I think we're just gonna run out the Grist here. Worried it was a scam there. We'll just mill. Catacombs, get that out of here. I don't want another land. I already have enough. They're gonna make us exile. Yep. This. Let's see what they got. Yeah. Okay. So this is the mono black deck. Night's Whisper. I wish I had a Bowmaster there, but it's fine. But now we can start getting in for the damage. I don't remember. I think they're an artifact. I mean, they're mainly an artifact deck, right? They use Karn and stuff. Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna keep a Sage in my hand. Yeah, I'm gonna hit their lands. I will start off by we'll just play out Stringroot Geist and we'll just get in there for the big damage. Grist kind of helps with our Undying creatures, where if they have a relic, they can't really get our Undying creatures unless they. I mean, I guess they could here. Oof, Eldritch would have been a good pickup, but oh well. Yeah, all right. Okay, they have the Urborg. Playing another relic. Okay. Right, so now it's gonna be easy for them to deal with our Undying creatures. Ooh, Pendelhaven. I love to see it. Let's go to combat. I know they have Damnation, so I'm not really gonna play out my Gilded Geese here. We will buff one of our tokens. Plus again. Peat land. Yeah, I don't want to be. I'll just hold up Boseiju this turn, just in case. Yep. They still don't have it, which is good. They're probably going to destroy our Pendelhaven. If I would imagine. Or they might just slam Damnation here. Or the One Ring. It's also a good one. Do I want to destroy their Urborg? No, I think I care. Do I care more about that? Yeah, no, I care more about Coffers, because they could have it. It's more likely for them to have an Urborg in hand, because it's legendary. But I don't think I'm going to Besage with the Urborg just yet. They have protection from everything, so let's try to remember that. We'll play out our Swamp. Just plus here. Oh! Come on, you gotta give us those cords. We need those. Yeah, alright. Exile the thing. So they're gonna draw a card. They're gonna go to 7. So they kind of need a Damnation to save them. 1, 2. Another Demolition Field. Looks like they have another ring or Damnation, yeah. That is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. So they're going to... They're probably going to crack one of their relics here. Yeah, okay. Exile that. So we don't get our thing back, but it's okay. Grist is not looking that great for ulting. But hopefully we can keep them at bay. Yawgmoth would have been so good. So we're just going to plus here, and then I think I'm just going to play out both of my geese. Oh, Bowmasters. Why are we milling like everything we want? We'll just float double green and play out both the geese. So this way, if our board survives to next turn, we can get some value with Yawgmoth. We're going to be taking 2 down to 5. Okay, there's the Cabal Coffers. It's pretty bad for them to draw it right now. Shieldred, yeah. They're gonna gain a lot. They're gonna gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're gonna go back up to 11. They have a. Oh, they're gonna go up even more. Ew. Yeah, it's fine. Only have 3 mana. Looks like they're waiting to use their Shieldred. So now I will besiege you their Coffers. They were probably trying to play around the Bowmasters there. Fatal Push, sure. Love that. Yawgmoth is an excellent pickup here. So we will play out Yawgmoth, and then we will down tick, kill their Shieldred. So they're going to most likely exile their Relic and get rid of our Yawgmoth, but not much we can do about that, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, they just let it happen. That's fine. So yeah, they're gonna gain a bunch of life here. Ugh. The 2 Relic main boards are pretty brutal. Like, if they didn't have those, we probably could have killed them already with Grist Ultimate. Do I even want to play out Yawgmoth here? Yeah, I think I do. I'm assuming they have another Fatal Push or a way to deal with Yawgmoth, but I need to refill my hand. I needed to get rid of that. 3? Okay, they're just getting rid of our... Okay. 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 Not sure why they're doing it there. But sure. Get in for 1. 1 damage. Getting in there. They're gonna take 3. Okay, no Cabal Coffers, which is good for us at least. I don't know why they didn't draw first. They should have drawn. I feel like they should have drawn first. Like, draw, try to find the Cabal Coffers, and then just unload the hand. Maybe they want to resolve another Shieldred they have. No, they don't have another Shieldred, or else they would have played it before doing that. Interesting. Maybe they have a Damnation in hand and they want to use that instead. I feel like you just always draw to find the Cabal Coffers, though. Yeah, Damnation, so we will just sack, draw a card. Yep. Thank you, opponent, for doing this right now. Okay. I will. Yep. It's weird timing. Like, I don't know why they're doing it now. Ooh, Shieldred's so good here. Okay, nice. And they already tapped their ring, which is really nice. They most likely have a removal spell for it, but a good pickup. Play another relic. Okay. I have to move to discard. Discard just a bunch of lands. Yeah. Strangleroot. Ooh, that's interesting. Do I want to play... I mean, if I play Strangleroot, they go to 11, 10, 9, then they go down to 8, 7, 6, 5. They go down to 5. Which doesn't really help, because if they have another Shieldred and draw a bunch of cards, it doesn't matter. So I think we're just going to prioritize playing out the Shieldred here. Just plus, and then we'll play Shieldred. They will most likely have a removal spell. But if they do not, we can at least punish them. They're probably gonna pop the relic. Or no? Okay. If they have a fatal push, they pop relic and then kill Shieldred with the draw trigger on the stack. Exile that. They probably have a removal spell here. I'm just assuming because they've drawn half their freaking deck with the One Ring. So they go down to 5. Oh god, okay, there's the Cabal Coffers. Add 1 billion mana. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They have 13 mana available. They have the March, I think. Yep. Gross. Card's so good in this deck. If they have a Shieldred, I'll just concede here, I think. Oh, Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay, I'm surprised it took him that long to draw that. Really, that's it? That's the 2 that they have? Okay. Gloomy Marsh. Can I do everything I want to do this turn? Can I play Wall of Roots? 1, 2, Wall of Roots, 1, 2. Yeah, I can. So I'll play the... Oops. I'll play Wall of Roots. I'll play Strangleroot and then I'll attack. Play Strangleroot. And then get in there with the damage. They're exiling all graveyards to draw a card. Okay. Oops, turn off auto yields. All right, and we got nothing. We are hanging free. So they're gonna go down to 2. They probably have another Shieldred, so they're just gonna windmill slam the Shieldred and then gain a bunch of life, and then we will concede. Or if they have another One Ring, that can also get them out of this. Which they have to have another One Ring, right? Like after drawing half their deck, they don't have a 1 in the graveyard. This will be a crazy game to win. I feel like they've just been ahead the entire time. Especially with the relics. They have 6 cards in hand, which is 6 more than we have. What do we have in exile? We have our Shieldred, Cord, Eldritch, 1 Yawgmoth, yeah. Okay. They have 9 mana. They have all the mana in the world. They also could have another one of those March cards and just gain a bunch of life. Karn. Okay, yeah, they're gonna Karn, get another One Ring, and play it probably. Which actually, that's probably the best case scenario for us. If they do that. Oh, Wormcoil Engine. Okay, that's pretty bad. So that means they probably have Wormcoil Engine plus another One Ring. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So we need some help here. Twilight Mire is not it. We'll still play it out. Do I just want to swing both? No. Don't want to give them life. Gotta work for it. Most likely conceding this turn, depending on what they do. If they just have like a bunch of things to do, we're not gonna block. So they're gonna go up to 8. I'm very surprised that they don't have another Shield Druid. Like, you think that they would at this point. They're just gonna get a Walking Ballista or something. I don't think they can do it. Cityscape Leveler. I mean, it's fine. Cityscape Leveler, kill String Root, exile it from the graveyard. We draw a Yawgmoth, then we can maybe get out of this. Yep. We're just gonna wait and see what we draw. Bloodchief Thirst, sure. And nope, that's not it. So we will concede. Damn. Got him down really low, but did not get there. So let's see. Coffers. It's gonna bring in the 2 Veils. 1 more Endurance and then 1 Force. Could Elven Chorus be good here? I mean, we were down on cards almost the entire time. Could also be a good matchup because I think they play discard too. I mean, they're removal tribal. You know, let's try it out. Let's try it out. We'll bring in two of the Elven Chorus. We're trying out the new cards. Okay, we gotta try it out. So we'll take out 2 Young Wolves. We will take out an Eldritch Evolution. We'll take out 2 Walls. And then we will take out a Stranglegeist. And run it back. One lander, we cannot keep this. Ooh, much better. So we're gonna keep this. What are we gonna put back? We want to put back the Goose. We want to put back Wolf. I think we put back Goose. Yeah, let's put back Goose. Young Wolf is more resilient to removal, so we'll just play out the Young Wolf. If we really need a second black mana source, we can chord for it. Which is what we'll most likely do anyways. Yeah, another chord is really good here. So we'll just play out Pendelhaven, we'll get into combat, we'll swing with our Young Wolf, buff it up. Okay. Yeah, waste your fatal push on our undying creatures more. Thank you. We're very happy with that. That's why that's kind of the reason why I didn't keep the goose in hand, because I figured they're gonna have some early removal for it. That would have made it useless. If they use another removal here on our Yawgmoth, I'm a little bit okay. I mean, sure. Kind of wanted that Yawgmoth so we could cord, but it's okay. Bowmaster's really good here, so we will just play that and pass it to them. We can't cord with Bowmasters, unfortunately, but it does help out. Awesome. So hopefully they don't have a fatal push here, another one, but we can flash in the Bowmasters and punish them. Please no fatal push. No way. Oh, March? Oh, exits 2? 1-2 Boogaloo. Pendlehaven. What are you gonna do? What do you do? Got him. Goddamn. Get your march of Habita Hibita out of here. I do not care. Pendlehaven's cracked. Holy moly. Halfling is really good. So, do I want to hold up cord? Or do I want to just get in for the damage? I think I just want to get in for the damage. Oh, I should have Pendlehaven there. Hopefully no damnation. They have a damnation. They have a one ring. Okay, that's fine. Another Bowmaster. I think it's just better if we run out Yawgmoth, though. Is it? No, I think it's actually better if we just hold back. Yeah, let's just hold back. Hold up cord, hold up second Bowmaster. And since they still have protection, I'm gonna pretend like I don't have another one here, so I'll just do it on my own guy, grow it. I'm gonna lose a life. Also plays around damnation if they have one, which they do. So I will. I want to float a mana. No, they're just gonna move the turn if they do. Yep, that's fine. Legend rule. Sure. I'm gonna pretend like I don't have a Bowmaster here. Pass it back to them. Flash in the Bowmaster. Kind of hoping to top deck another black source there. It would have been really cool. Ping him again. Still not in the best position here since we're missing land drops. Exile the Verdant Catacombs. But we're not in a terrible position. We could just get like a land, or if we can get to a turn and they don't have a board wipe, then we're fine. But yeah, they're just like drawing removal for everything we have. They're passing it back to us, which is weird. Endurance. Can I go to combat? The fail push. Nope, but they have one of those. We can't buff it this time, sadly. But we do have another one in hand. Draw your cards. Yes, sir. Bowmasters. Still not in a good position. But it's funny to punish them. Okay, and then they're gonna draw there with the relic. Sure. Went, and went. They're gonna go to 6. Then they're gonna go down to 3. Still not in the greatest of positions here, but if we can just untap one time. One time. Can't cord because it's awkward. If they play a Shieldwood here, that'd be great. 5. Okay, so they learned their lesson. Yeah, I mean, sure. But then they're just dead? Right? Okay. Unless I have something at upkeep that makes them gain life. Response to the upkeep trigger. That's probably what they're digging for here. Drawing even more. Yeah, they're looking for the... They're looking for that card to like exile a bunch of things from their hand. I mean, they drew almost half. They drew over half their deck. We haven't drawn another land. It looks like they. Oh, nice. Okay, got that game. Very close. Bowmasters definitely came in clutch there. We were very stuck on lands. There was a turn where we could have played Yawgmoth instead, but I think it was better to not, as we didn't. I don't want to play into the Damnation, and they did end up having it. Oh, I don't like this hand. I'm gonna mull it. They're keeping 7. We're gonna mull again. This is better. Ooh. So we're keeping... Oh, man. I mean, the chorus is great. But I think I like what I have. We haven't seen that much discard from them. So I think I'm actually... Oh, man. I think I'm gonna bottom the chord. I'm gonna bottom the chord. See what happens. Definitely could have been correct to bottom the chorus or bottom the Yawgmoth, even bottom the halfling. But I'm just gonna try it like this. Okay, so we should have, as we all know, we should have bottomed the Yawgmoth there because we were gonna draw the Yawgmoth the next turn. So we all should have known that. That's a misplay on all of us. So they probably have removal here, as their entire deck is just removal tribal. Another relic, into a Fatal Push, into a Bloodchief Thirst, yep, and they're gonna exile it. Big goose on campus, come on. Always yield. We'll just play that out. And I want to resolve the Elven Chorus first, so if this goose lives, we'll be playing that first. We have not drawn any of our protection spells this entire game. I wish we had one of those. Like any of our Veils would be nice against their removal tribal. They only have 3 cards in hand though. 4 cards in hand. Night's Whisper, okay. Don't Fatal Push my bird. Don't do it. Don't Fatal Push my bird. Just let it live. Just one time. Removal tribal. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, 3 cards in hand though. Let's just get out our Overgrown Tomb. So a land off the top, anything would be good here. Okay. Bale, you're a little late. think we will just cycle the Veil if they... As I really need to hit a land drop for next turn, so I think I am just going to cycle the Veil if they cast a black spell here. Hopefully they don't cast the One Ring. That would be worst case scenario. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they probably do have the One Ring. We can't even cycle Veil here. That's really lame. Hopefully we get a natty land off the top. The fetch here, we're gonna get a forest since we already have. They gave us Urborg so nicely, so nice of them. Ooh, okay, Bowmaster's great pickup, and we have the protection spell for it as well. So we'll just pass turn. And we are definitely flashing it in here. So this is a little trick. We gotta target ourselves first. A little trick is, so you can ping yourself with the first one if you don't have the Orc token. Again, they're just randomly activating this. And we just do ourselves, and then we can actually ping it the second one here. So we target here, and then it actually grows at the same time the damage happens. And now we also have Overgrown Tomb for anything that they could have. Which is very nice. Or not, we have a Veil of Summer, sorry. 4 cards in hand, Field of Ruin. They might be forced to draw a card here. Fieldred. X is 2. Ooh. Veil of Summer, baby. Veil of Summer. Don't have a Fatal Push. Yes. And we got the Pendelhaven for next time they want to do that. We might just slam the Pendelhaven here, though. Or Yawgmoth. Ooh, Young Wolf. Doesn't do much. Yeah, we're gonna resolve Yawgmoth first. As fun as it would be to play out. No. Ah! I misclicked. As fun as it would be to play... God. Modo, I hate you. I'm not going to play out Young Wolf here. God, that's so depressing. No, I am going to play out Young Wolf. Sure. They just love doing that. I only have 2 cards in hand. So hopefully they don't have... Okay, so nice. So they definitely don't have... At least we're forcing them to dig here, right? So... Yeah, that was a huge misclick on my part. I did not mean to eat the food. I just wanted to resolve a Yawgmoth there so we could have protection up and draw... Or not protection, but we could like draw cards in case they have a damnation or something. Now we can't do that. They played a land. That means they probably drew an answer. Shieldred. Shieldred's actually not that bad. We can answer Shieldred. And a 15th Relic. Veil of Summer is really good here. Text our stuff, but we can't play it. We have to... Ooh, what do I want to do here? Do I want to just swing with the 3/3? No. No, I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice my... Oh, I should have played... Now that I think about it, I think I should have played Elven Chorus there. Since I don't want to be sacrificing anything anyways. I think it's better to just play Elven Chorus and then like look at what I have on top. I only have 2 cards in hand. I hope it's not Something insanely good. Okay, that's scary, but it's not the end of the world because I only have one card in hand. If we untap, we're in really good shape. Yeah, so they're going to do that. Do I want to ping the Shieldred? 1 or 2. No, I think I'm just gonna. Well, I mean, if I do, and if they have a removal spell for my Yawgmoth, then I can kill their Shieldred. No, I think I'm just gonna go with them. Down to 11, then back up to 15. Another relic. Is that their 4th relic of the game? It is their 4th relic. Looks like we are gonna get an untap step. It's very nice. Okay, land. Huh. So I definitely am going to swing with the Orc Army token. I think I'm going to start off with that. I think I'm just going to slam Elven Chorus here. Oops. I was thinking about saving this fetch up to fetch a Dried Arbor, but I think I care about Veil more, so I'm going to do it like this, actually. Elven Chorus, baby. Let's see. Let's see it. Land. Damn it. Maybe I should have let the fetch up to reset. Yeah, because I don't want to sack any of my stuff here. Ugh, unlucky. Not unlucky, I'm just bad. That's good. They're going to draw a card. We're going to ping them. They go to 9 from the ring, and they go back up to 11 from Shieldred. Play a land, which is good. That's good. It's not a Cabal Coffers. Okay. Deal. Do I want to just deal 3 here? I think I do. I'm going to deal 3 to the Shieldred, actually. I can kill the Shieldred here. What are you gonna do? Another ring. Sure. They're getting the old one. They're keeping the old one. Yield until end step. And then at the end step, we will pay a life. We will float a black mana here, pay a life target there, sack. Exile, that's fine. I knew I was gonna lose this. It's fine. Young Wolf, thank you for your service. But a minus counter. Draw a card. And then we are going to proliferate. So discard a card, proliferate, discard this. Five cards in hand. Okay. We will... Oh, that makes it easier. Just ping your Shieldred again. Just proliferate here. They do have protection, unfortunately, so we can't swing at them for 11. That'd be very funny, though. The cord is good here, but we can't... Oh, we can't draw. Oh, we could reset. We could reset with the fetch. Yeah, I definitely don't want to sack either of these things, so I think I'm just going to fetch for Dryad Arbor. Ooh. We kept the cord on top! No target. Draw. Ooh, Grist, baby. Grist. Okay. So since we can't attack with any of our things here, we'll just do this. We have a Strangle Root, so we will play the Strangle Root. Oh, we have a Wall of Roots too. We can't do that, so we'll just play that. This is playing really hard into a Damnation, but it is fine. They have 2 minutes on the clock. Good luck. They have 1 minute on the clock. They have 6 cards in hand, about to be 7. There's no way that they don't have a Damnation here, right? There you go. Okay. So our things are gonna die. Ooh, can I reset here? I don't think they're gonna let me reset. So if I sacrifice this, they're just gonna exile it, right? In response. That's fine. I was gonna try to make the Strangle Root come back so we could tap it for mana and then have Court of Calling up. And then do I do that? I think we'll just sacrifice our board here. What are they doing? 8. Fatal Push on our... I mean, all of our creatures are dying anyway, so I'm like... Just sack it to draw. Let that resolve. We'll let this one resolve. That will resolve. This one resolves. And then you'll pay a life. No target, sack here. Okay. Damnation results. Yep. Drawing a card. Okay. They really like taking a lot of game actions this game by tapping the relic. They're... Ooh. Veil Summer. Yeah, they're out of clock, so we're going to get the win, and we take those. We'll just play the Shieldred off the top. We'll play Young Wolf off the top, off the Tizzy. We'll mill that one with Grist. We'll play the Peat Land, and we'll pass the turn. we got it. Do a timeout. Hey, I played pretty fast. Not really. I mean, I was still thinking a lot, but yeah, we were in a more commanding board state than that most of the time. I guess Elven Chorus wasn't that good since they're a Damnation deck, but you know, we're trying it out. We're trying out the card. I liked it. I mean, we ripped a lot of cards off the top, just right into a Damnation. So not usually what you want to be doing. But as you see there, like Bowmasters is like so strong against these ring decks. It just punishes them so hard. Even when they had a Shieldred out, they were struggling to keep their life total high until we just decided to go for the Shieldred directly and take it out. But yeah, this matchup, they can definitely get out of there pretty fast. They can definitely run away with the game pretty fast. I also just realized, should have brought in Damping Spheres. I totally forgot that sideboard card. Usually I was thinking like, oh, just for Tron, but I think it also works against Cabal Coffers, no? Glance tap for 2 or more mana, but yeah, so that would have been, yeah, Damping Spear actually would have been really good here. So I probably would have, instead of the Elven Chorus, I think you just take out, don't put in Elven Chorus, just take in the 2 Damping Sphere, and then I think you're good to go. But yeah, another mono black Coffers, you know, win by timeout, but we take those. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, welcome back. We're in our game 3 here of our league. We're on the draw, we did not win. They're keeping 7. Ooh. So this hand is really close, and we are on the draw, so I think we're gonna keep this. It's a little bit risky, but we have some draw steps to get out of it. And I think having a Yawgmoth and a Bowmaster, a Strangleroot guys, 2 lands, I think it's pretty good. So we'll see what our opponent does here. They kept 7, we kept 7, we both kept 7. We're both playing Magic the Gathering. We're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Catch Triumph. Ooh, okay, so I'm thinking like Rhinos, I'm thinking some control variant. Not really what we want to see. Patra, I mean. Oh! I meant to play out Yawgmoth, I got too caught up in conversation, I apologize. So I think here, okay, with them playing Otawar, it's probably Rhinos, which is not good for us. They're gonna upkeep Bowmaster, ice us. Yeah, alright. We did draw another land, so that's good. We'll pretend that we just drew the Yawgmoth for turn. Let's see, they're probably gonna shock and then go. Okay, they're holding up, so they have the they have Violent Outburst. Oh, Wall of Roots just in time. So we will just play out Wall of Roots here. If they have a Subtlety, I'm going to be very sad. But it is what it is sometimes. They do not. I am not down taking on this Wall of Roots. They're going to have a Violent Outburst. Okay. So we have a Patra in hand, which is really good. We're gonna go to combat here. Maybe we'll just block with a 1 Wall of Root. Wall of Root is gonna protect us as best it can. Double Bowmaster. Ooh. So I think we have a couple things we could do here. We have a lot of things we can do here, actually. So I want to get a Yawg onto the field as fast as possible. With them shocking the steam vents like that, they're representing a Subtlety. So I can't really go like grit. I can't really main face Grist here. I can't really attack with the Yawgmoth. So I think I'm just gonna pass the turn here, and then hold up Bowmaster, and then we can do some chord shenanigans. I think, because the other line we could take here is play Grist, down tick, kill one of the tokens, but if they have a Subtlety here, it's just like really bad. So I think we're not going to do that. They did have the Subtlety. Okay. Do I want to just play a Bowmaster here while they're tapped out? I think I do. Do I? Yes. Go play out a Bowmaster here. Just ping them. So we could chord 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We chord for 3. But then we lose our Wall of Roots. So I think we're still just going to prioritize blocking here. I think next turn we're going to try and resolve the Grist. Gilded Goose. So... Thinking. If we do... 1, 2... I'm gonna use the Wall of Roots mana this time. Play Grist. They might just have Mystical Dispute here, because I know some decks play Mystical Dispute. Second Subtlety. Okay. We will probably concede. There's nothing we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get chord for 2, or we get chord for 3 on their turn, but then we still take 4. Yeah, let's just concede this game. Oh, Rhino's always a hard matchup for our deck. We're just going to bring in the Chalices, 2 Fatal Push, run it back. I think we will try it. So if we don't have a good... If our hands 7 and 6 are like eh, I'm going to try to mull for the Chalice. If our hands 7 and 6 are good, I'm going to keep it. But god, Chalice, I guess Chalices are super needed in this. I mean, they did have the double subtlety. Like, I tried to play around it for 1 turn, and then they just end up having another one. We could have held up chord for Yawgmoth there, but they were probably just going to go end step subtlety anyways, so... If we try to do... Even if it resolves, I think we're still dead. They most likely had a... We probably had a Force of Negation in hand anyways. So let's just take out Strangleroot Geist, the Eldritch Evolution... another Strangleroot Geist, and then a Goose. Get on the play? Yes, please. Ooh. So this, no. We're gonna try to see if we get a Chalice. Okay, no Chalice, but I think this is better than our previous hand. And I think this is... Yeah. We're not going to mollify on this one. We'll play out Beseiju. We'll just play the Halfling and pass it. Fetch. Okay. I'm going to keep this... Ooh, Bowmaster. I'm going to keep this open. Alright, so since we drew the Bowmaster, I'm going to play out Wall of Roots. And then... Oh, do I want to play out Yawgmoth too? No, I want our wall to be thick wall. So we're just going to pass a turn here. 3 turns. Fetch. They ice us. I'm going to flash in the Bowmaster. It looks like they are. So we can't resolve Shieldred here anyway, so we will just flash in that Bowmaster. Boom. Ping you. Chord is an excellent pickup here. Ooh, it makes it a little awkward though with our... Oh, do we want to be chording anyways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could chord for 3. There's nothing really needed. We don't need anything really at 3. Not an instant speed. Just play that out. Pass it back to them. I was thinking about that. Like, oh, do I want to... Is it worth it to spend my mana here on Wall of Roots? No. So it looks like they have Violent Outburst. Catacombs here is excellent. since we can preserve our Wall of Roots mana. Just gonna get a swamp. And I think I'm just gonna play out Shieldred. Subtlety is fine. We're just gonna put it right back on top. Not swinging into the Violent Outburst here. Little annoying, but yeah, we need to block. I want to keep my creatures alive as long as possible. Do they have another Violent Outburst? It's going to be so annoying if they do. No, they don't. I don't think. If they have another Subtlety, it's going to be annoying. Alright, resolve a Shieldred again. If they have double Subtlety like they did last game, oh well. They always have it. The Rhino players always have it. Alright, alright. Yep. Just really annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing that two that we care about. Still gonna put it on top. This is coming down next turn. Oh, it's coming down right now. So I think I'm just going to trade here. I want to preserve my life total as much as possible, so I think I'm just going to go like this. If they have a burn spell, that's fine. That's a burn spell that they're not using on Shieldred. Do they have the Fury too? They probably do. Oh. Okay. I was about to concede. Alright. Shieldred for the third time. Can I resolve it, please? Am I dead anyways? Take... No, we're still good, we're still good. Ah. Okay. Yeah, Rhinos, I mean... it's just so good against our deck. Like... Maybe I should have just gone for the Yawgmoth instead. But after they pitched the first one, I was pretty confident. Like, we could get the second one, but they just had the second Subtlety. Then I'm assuming they just had the other interaction they're holding up in hand is probably counter spells. So I don't know. It's just always hard to resolve spells versus Rhinos. So they just had an answer for everything that we were doing with our Shieldred. So oh well. Let's just move on to the next game. I'll see you guys in a second. Hello, welcome back. We're in our fourth game here. We won the die roll. Would you like to play? Always. Give me that. Oh, okay. Our hand is a little mana heavy, but we do have a turn 2 Grist if our bird lives, so we're going to keep it. They also kept 7. Let's just start off by playing Forest and a Gilded Goose. Pass it back to them. Let's see what they do. Does the bird live or not? We're about to find out. Most of the times, it's no, but let's see. Wooded Foothills, Fetch, Shock. Sacred Foundry, is it Burn? Prismatic Ending. Selfless Savior! What? Okay. What the hell are we playing against? Shieldred, a nice pickup. I did not expect that. So we'll just play out the Sheol or the Grist here. Big G Wrist going up against the Selfless Savior. Yeah, I'm not gonna underestimate it. Could be really good. I have no idea what I'm in the blind, so I'm actually on the back foot here. Mill over a halfling, pass it back to the opponent. The flavor text on this card always makes me cry. Not cry, I get tear up. She raised him from an orphan pup and gave him a life of love. With his last act, he thanked her. You see right there. I think they also made a secret lair of this card recently with even more sad flavor text. I think it was done by the artist who drew it. They had a wiener dog and they drew a wiener dog in the picture. Flumph. You and target opponent each. Oh wait. I think I saw this deck. I mean I haven't seen it, but I think I remember seeing something about it. Because I know I heard whispers in the Discord about people talk about Flumph and some combo that people made with Flumph and Orcish Bowmasters. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I mean, we can't kill it right now because they have a Selfless Savior. So I think we're... Whenever it's dealt damage, right? Even target opponent. Well... Okay. Well, we will just play out the Seiju here. We're going to plus... Oh, we can't play Shieldred here, actually, because of Gilded Goose mana. Willie Marsh. And that's... We will just play out a Wall of Roots here. I'm just going to hold up food mana so we can play our Shieldred next turn. Yeah, like when you compare a card like Delighted Halfling to Gilded Goose, it's just like, damn. Like, what is so much better than the other? I mean, Gilded Goose was also made during the Fire design era, right? With Eldraine and all of that. So, is this do they have Undying effects? It's gonna be pretty bad if they do. I don't know this deck at all, so I'm just like not. Oh god, okay, they're just board wiping us, yeah. Well, they stack the triggers wrong, so if they want to if they want to do their Fury thing, they have to do it now. Oh, they have Ephemerate? Oh, that's so gross if they have Ephemerate here. Degenerate. They're gonna go for... I mean, at least we keep our wrist. So we can put a counter. I think we can make a food, right? We're safe to make a food. So those are killing that. Yeah, might as well. We will make a food token. We will pass the turn to them. Selfless Savior is just so weird here. Makes things so awkward. So we really need a Yawgmoth. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What? Lucy, what is it? Sorry about that. Microphone. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit awkward. Ooh, Eldritch is a great pickup here, though. We'll just start by plussing. I don't really want to be... Oh, they have Ephemerate. Sorry, I got distracted by something that was happening. Oh, double grist mill though. That's really good. Yeah, I should not have blanked my wall, but I think they're gonna go for my grist anyways. So I don't really want to be playing out anything here into the ephemerate, but I'm pretty safe to be playing out the wall of roots. Or do I just want to... Do I just want to sacrifice? 1, 2, 3. I think I just want to go for Eldritch here, actually. Yeah, let's just get Yawgmoth. I actually don't want them to untap, have another ephemerate. So I'm going to try to kill this now. That's actually a great pickup here. So if they have something, we can fetch for a Dried Arbor. Nice. Woo! We dodged the Fury Ephemerate, thank God. So we get to keep our grist, hopefully. They pitched a Imperial Recruiter to do that. Okay, good to know. Eladamri's Call. Are they just gonna get another Fury? Solitude. Okay. They're gonna have another pitch. Sure. So they pitch the Selfless Savior. They don't have another mana. Do I want to... No, I don't think I want to do anything here. That's fine. Okay, they had the land, they just didn't have the Ephemerate. Sure. Let's just get a tomb here. I think we just play out Catacombs plus on Grist. And then we just play out the Shieldred. And that's anti-synergy with your Flumph. You're not going to be drawing cards with Shieldred in play. They have 1 card in hand. They have 2 cards in hand. They have 1 card in hand. They shock. 4 mana? Oh, Coco? Do they have a Coco? It's a Coco deck? I mean, Coco would be a great last card. Cool. I'm going to start off by playing the Yawgmoth first. See how they react to that. White. Green. Eladamri's Call. Oh, okay. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Okay. They're gonna target the Flumph. They are targeting the Flumph. Oh. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this infinite? Oh no, no, it's not. It's not because it has 4 damage on it. They can do it 4 times. Oh, now it is infinite. Oh shoot. Okay. Interesting. This is really cool. Is there anything I can do? I cannot. I mean, but they're gonna die to my triggers, I think. Oh, I have a Bowmaster too now, but I don't have the mana. It's targeting there again. I don't know how they get out of this. This is quite the combo. It's funny. I don't know. Are they? Oh, they're just trying to find a card to exile my Shieldred. I think they're trying to find Solitude. Solitude white card. Two. One, two, three, 4, 5. So they're dead right now. They don't have a way to gain life. They're all tapped out. So, I mean, I know they're digging for like a Solitude, but... Oh, wait. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I have Endurance. They probably also have Endurance, though. If they have Endurance, too, then I will concede. Because I have 9 cards in my graveyard. They have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Yeah, so I'll have more cards in my deck when I get my Solitude. Saying GG, so I'm assuming they like have it. Because if they, I mean, they have 7 cards, so they'll go up to. If they have an Endurance, then I will concede. But I have an Endurance in my main board. I don't know if they do. I'll be honorable. I'm not trying to BM. I'm just show me that you have the endurance. I have an endurance too. I'll send list 1 sec. Okay. Like, you are dead on the stack. I'm not going to concede when you are dead on the stack and you are not showing me you have a way to live. I understand that I will draw more cards than you, but very fun list though. I mean, I see the combo. I see it now. Now I know what to do. I know how to prepare. I know what to do against this list. If I just had, we already played the land for turn, right? Because I think we did miss a land drop. Mox Field. Can't copy. Can I copy that? I cannot copy. I have to type. Ugh, this is very scuffed. UX1H EOL R90AFEHCAHGKL Flumph combo modern. They have 1 endurance. They don't have exiled. Okay. Please. So if they go, if they're at 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. They go to 33. And we have 9. We go to 29. Yeah. Alright, I will concede. If we had 2 endurances, like how I usually do, we would have been fine. But we are testing out someone else's list. So we only have the 1. Wait. We didn't even need to concede there. We could just loop endurances. We have more green cards than they do. I'm stupid. Whatever. I'll give it to them. We're not going to give it to them next time, though. So, interesting combo. Very creature heavy. They are playing like a pseudo scam package now that they have. They're playing pseudo scam with like Fury, Solitude. They only have 1 of each. They only have 1 of each card. Number 8, Lawrence Escape, Aether Vial. Interesting. Okay. So I think we will just play the second endurance here. Fatal Push, second endurance. I think that's it. I don't think we need to play anything else. The Eldritch seems pretty good here, as we can just get our thing up instant speed. Veil. They're going to be targeting their things, so it's not really important. Shieldred definitely good here. We will take out 1 Grist. We'll take out 1. We'll take out 2 walls, since they're not that important. This matchup, we just want a fast Yawgmoth. This is not a fast. This is like too. It's like too slow. Yeah, this is a bit too slow. We're gonna mulligan. Okay, this is good. This is better. I think we just put back second grist here. Just need to land off the top. But yeah, now we know if we're in that position. I mean, if we have a shield out, then it's fine. Draw. Let's just go fetch for a forest. Then pass it back to them. Sure. Halfling. Ooh, halfling. So there's a few things that's awkward about this. One, I really don't want to be playing into like a Fury, a Fury Ephemerate, or like a Fury Solitude Ephemerate. So I could play the halfling out here and then pass, and then try to resolve Yawg next turn. But if they wipe our board, then we're in a pretty bad position. So we could either resolve Grist here, or play halfling. I think it's more important for us to... I mean, we need a land. Like, if we had a land, I would play Grist here, but since we don't, it makes it hard. I'll play the halfling, pass it back to them, and hope that they don't have some scam BS. It says that they only have one of each, right? I guess they play more on the sideboard. Black-white. What is black-white? Oh, the Flumph. Okay. So, good call. And the Twilight Mire. Excellent. So, now we will just play out Yawgmoth. What do I care more about? I guess I care less about the goose. So, we'll just go that, and that. Play Yawgmoth. And then we will just kill this here. We're not going to draw a card because they're probably going to sacrifice it. But I don't want them to have it on the board. Yeah, that's fine. We just have to sack it there, unfortunately. They could still do it. Maybe it was incorrect to do it there, actually. Now that I think about... I'm like... This is my first time going against the combo, right? So I'm thinking about how they do it. And they have to... There's like a lot of things on the stack, right? So they could... I could just remove the... Oh, no, but no, it's awkward with Bowmasters, too, because Bowmasters sees itself die. But I guess they would still be dead. So... Yeah, I guess it's fine. Their Eladamri's calling here. They have 3 cards in hand. So, wonder what they're gonna get. They could just be tutoring for the combo. They could be tutoring for Hate Piece, Solitude. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna exile. Yeah. Ephemeral Shields. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. I don't think I'm going to draw a card here. They only have 2 cards in hand. They don't have... I don't think they have a 1 mana exile. So we're just going to do this. Just going to play Grist, sack. Destroy. There we go. I was just trying to say, I don't think they have a... I don't think there's a indestructible spell in red and black that they're playing. Okay. Catacombs. Let's start getting value with Grist. We are in a little bit of trouble. Cord, come on. Always mills the cord. Hope that they don't have a Fury. If they had a Bowmasters, they would have 100% played it last turn to kill our Grist. No Fury, please. They have the Fury. Or a Solitude or something. Looks like a Fury. Oh, no. Okay. Just fetch here. Get our Overgrown. To our turn. Not what we wanted. Please don't mill something we want. Come on. Come on. They are really they really don't want this Grist to make a 1-1. No, Shieldred. Oh my gosh, man. We can't get a break with our Grist pluses. Two cards in hand still. No Bowmasters, thankfully. Another land. Another land for us. Ay, ay, ay. Just gonna get in there for 2. Gonna mill over another relevant card with Grist. Okay, we didn't. Alright. Land. Thank you. Give me more of that. Then I don't want to flash an Endurance just yet. I want to wait until they're in kill range. So, because next turn we can go hit them for 3, 11, 10, 9, 8 down to 8. And then, yeah, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go combat here. Fatal Push is really good. Gotta go to combat. We're just going to attack first. They have a Solitude. Oh no, they're getting an Eladon. Oh, Endurance. That's actually fine. They're targeting themselves probably. Oh, they're target. Oh, thank you. Thank you very. Oh, well, actually, it's not good because our Grist. So that's fine. I'm just gonna fetch here. Yeah, because we need to turn on Revolt. So I will get a Dried Arbor. And then I will Fatal Push. They should have just waited. If they had the Grist, they should have just waited until we ulted with Grist, so we got no value with it. It's plus here again. Creature, good. So now we do have them dead because they're gonna take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with our Endurance. They have 1 card in hand. Alright, so we got that game. Looks like they just flooded quite heavily, though. We did too a little bit. We were milling our relevant cards. I'm going to not look at their deck. I mean, I already closed it. I'm just looking at my sideboard here. I don't think there's anything. Sideboard guide. Like, so when they sent us a list initially, I saw they had Aether Vials. I don't think it's worth it to bring in any Artifact Hate, though. Oh, okay, this hand is great. We're keeping it. They are also keeping 7, so I'm assuming their hand is also pretty fast. If they go turn 1 Savior, I think I'm just going to Fatal Push it. Oh, Ragavan. I drew a second one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Fatal Push this. Just so they don't have instant speed like protection. And then next turn we can go Wall of Roots Halfling. Shock. Oh, I wonder what they have here. Wall of Roots. Halfling. So if they have Solitude Ephemerate, it's really bad, but they only play the one, I hope. So we'll see. They probably have Bowmasters here, though. That's what the shock was at the end of turn. Yep. Bowmaster. Right. March. March is fine. Now we just need to draw a land. And even if we don't draw a land here, we can just go Yawgmoth past turn, hold up, Court of Calling, Fatal Push. They don't have a second land drop. Ooh, and we have a Bowmasters. Excellent. We'll just play that. We'll play out the Yawgmoth. And then we'll pass that funky turn. Bowmaster, sure. I can also do that. Get out of here. Get your fucking Bowmaster out. Now, if they have a Fury, I'm going to be very sad. Turn off auto yields. They have a white. They don't have a white. They're going to end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can chord for 2 here. I'm still missing a mana. Do I just want to get another Wall of Roots? Do I want to just go to my turn? Yeah, I just want to go to my turn. Okay, that's excellent. Yeah, we're gonna pay 1 life. I think we're just gonna put Yawgmoth on the stack here. Looks like they have some instant speed interaction, but I think we can play around it. We can also emergency chord for a Yawgmoth if we need to. Just get a forest. So if we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay, so playing Yawgmoth here has the biggest upside, because then we can hold up chord for 2 on their turn for a Hapatra. I'm not going to attack here. We can, oh yeah, no, we need the green, yeah, so we can hold up chord for 3 here. We're gonna play very reactive to what they're doing. Solitude. Okay. So they stacked the triggers wrong, so they have to... Okay, so it's gonna go away. I think I do want to chord here for Hapatra. So, chord. Chord 3. Just gonna draw a bunch of cards here. Didn't need to use one of the mana, but it's fine. Patra. We're going to sacrifice. We're going to target our Yawgmoth. We're gonna sacrifice there. Hey, we got there. All right, so pretty interesting deck. I've never seen it before. But basically the deck is they got us in game one because I had no idea what was going on. But the deck uses Flumph, which is a card from AFR. Says it's a 2-mana 0/4 defender flying. Whenever it is dealt damage, you and an opponent each draw a card. So they utilize that with Orcish Bowmasters, and they give the Flumph indestructible somehow to basically either one, draw their entire deck and find a way to kill you, or two, they mill you out. They force you to draw your entire deck when they have more cards than you. Pretty funny. Pretty funny deck. They said that they had I guess they were lying. They said that they had a fling in here. They're like, oh, please surrender, please. I have a fling in my deck. And they don't, because they sent me the deck list that I'm looking at. They don't have a fling. And we would have won that game one anyway because we have more green cards than them. So I conceded out of like, okay, sure, you got me. But we got them in that second game. Nice. So we're gonna go, we're 3-1 right now, going into our final game. I'll see you guys in a second. Hello. Welcome back. We're back at it with game 5, but we lost the die roll. We will not be on the play this time. We are against an unknown opponent. They are looking at 7. They chose to play first. Let's look at our hand. Okay, looking pretty good. They're mulling to 6, and I like my hand, so I'm going to keep it. If you like your hand, you keep it. Pro tip. A little slow to get Yawgmoth out, right? But we do have 4 lands, so we will eventually get there. And then we also have a turn 1 and turn 2 play with Yawgmoth, Orcish Bowmaster. More fodder for our Yawgmoth. We also have some versatility with Boseiju as well. If we really need to hold Boseiju, we can. Mishra's Bauble, Murktide. They're bobbling themselves. It's been a while since I played against a Murktide deck, if I am. Blood of Strength. They did not like the card on top. They're like, get the out of here. Okay, so they did not like it. They're playing Shocking. Nice. So against Bauble, well, whatever we're playing against, it's against a Bauble deck, and that means Orcish Bowmaster is going to be putting in some work. If we were on the draw this game, if we were on the play, it would be a lot better. Just play out Yawgmoth, pass the turn. I'm assuming it's Murktide. If I see Steam Vents, Bauble, I'm assuming it's Murktide. 1 second. Alright, back. Sorry about that. There's someone at the door. Thank you, opponent. I apologize. Before our turn. So, in this position, we're just going to start off with a Twilight Mire, move to attack. So I really like the Lighted Halfling against counterspell decks. But it's more important to not play into a counterspell here. They're going to fetch. We could play the Bowmasters here, but I'm just going to wait. Ooh, so it's not Murktide, because I have that. Could go for Terperi right here. Grinding Station. Ooh. Okay, so good thing we have the Boseiju in hand. Grinding Station's good. Mishra's Bauble's fine. Look at our card, sure. End step, flash in the Bowmasters. Probably won't live. Yep, Lightning Bolt or Unholy Heat, yeah. I figured. Better to get them to use the mana on their turn, though. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So, we might be in a little bit of the danger zone here with them playing out Grinding Station. So I think I might want to hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up Beseju activation here by just playing out the Wall of Roots. Oh, I can play out Halfling too. Pass it back to them. One, two, Expressive Iteration. Bobble. Third bobble. They're gonna mill themselves. Okay. Underworld Breach. So I think I let this one resolve and then I destroy the... Yeah. So I do that. And then I cast that. And then I do... I always forget how it works. Yeah, I think I have to just fetch. Get the swamp. And then Beseju the breach. They have one card in hand. Hopefully it's not a good one. Hopefully it's not a second breach. That'd be very sad. Okay. Fetching. Two cards in hand. Do I have the mana? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. Okay. So I will play an uncounterable Yawgmoth. They could have an Unholy Heat, which would be very sad. I'll play out Young Wolf. It's fine. We can draw cards here still. Should have probably played out the Young Wolf first. We'll sack their target here. Pay 1 life. It's a lot harder now that we only have 1 endurance, so we kind of just hope that we high roll it. All these lands are not very good. Already used that mana. Still want to draw more since we're not really drawing anything. Another land. Oh my god. Sorry about that. We already used the Wall of Roots mana here. I think, yeah, I just want to keep digging. Geist, pay 1 life, no target, sack here. And Eldritch. Okay, so we're in a much better position now. Then we can't do anything, so we'll just yield to the end step. We have 7 in hand. Alright, we just gotta hope that they don't have it. Yeah, you drew 2 cards. Don't have it. Emery. Okay. Emery's okay. You can deal with an Emery. So I just want to Eldritch here for... If their last card is Counterspell, this is pretty unlucky. 1, 2... Go Strangleroot. Let's get in there with the damage. We'll fetch, get our other forest. Eldritch. This Eldritch Young Wolf. So we should have done this first, actually, to play around Spell Pierce. It's my bad. I was just... Yeah, I just wanted to get in there with the damage, but I should not have done that. Don't be Spell Pierce, please. Please don't be Spell Pierce. Okay, thank you. I'm just going to get an Endurance here. Since we already have a Yawgmoth in hand, just buy ourselves time. It's also correct there to like go get a Eldritch for a Yawgmoth with a Strangleroot. So what? For this exact reason. Oh, okay. So, not the... Wait. Oh, no, but they have protection from everything. Ragavan. Sure. So we're just going to kill their creatures here. They have one card in hand. Another land. That's like our fifth land in a row. 4. Yawgmoth. We're going to prioritize killing the Emery. Ooh, cord. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Zulaport. Zulaport wins. Okay. Where's Zulaport? There he is. Target here, sack here. Always you. Then we'll have target here, sack here. There we go. Gets through the protection, baby. Nice. Alright. So this looks like regular Breach. Maybe the combo. It's the combo Breach. So let's go look that up. Breach. So we want 2 of the... Chalice could actually be good here. Does Chalice? Chalice on 0. Yeah, Chalice on 0 is actually good here, I think. Because they can't play any of their free mana spells. Two FOV. 2 Endurance. And then 1 Haywire Might. And then we just take out 2 Grist. We can take out the Eldritch here because it's gonna not be the best. 1 Cord, 1 Gilded Goose, and 1 Geist. 2 Geist. Yes. Yeah, so with this deck... So it's kind of a race with this deck. You have to be careful that they can go off pretty fast. Like, they had a pretty fast start there, but luckily we had the Boseiju in hand to stop them. Or else they would have been able to win there by milling themselves and replaying the 0 mana cards. And then they would eventually play... They would eventually just go through the whole deck and win. But thankfully we were able to stop them. So we need to have instant speed interaction with Force, Endurance, Haywire Might, Chord of Calling. We trim on 1 chord, but we still have the 3... Shieldred. I mean, they do draw a lot of cards, so Shieldred is fine here. I was gonna switch Shieldred out for the 4th chord, but if we go to game 3, we'll do that. They do draw a lot of cards, but ooh, okay. This looks like a perfect hand. Wow. So we have a turn 1 play with Yawgmoth. We have ramp into Wall of... We can either hold up Wall of Roots or play Orcish Bowmasters. And then we have Endurance and Force for the instant speed interaction. Spire Bluff. Ragavan? Oh, Springleaf. Okay. We will just play... Oh. And the Chalice, we had it in our hand the whole time. Chalice on 0. We'll play out the Youngest Wolf. There's a Saga, okay. Pithing Needle. On what? On Yawgmoth? Turn off Yawgmoth and then Emery. Sure. So... Ooh, they do have the one ring. I kind of like my whole hand right now. Like, I don't want to pitch Wall. I don't want to pitch Endurance right now. There's no need for me to get Force off. But I don't like them having a Saga. So, we'll set an upkeep stop here. We'll see what we draw. Green card? Oh, Forest. Huh. I think it's better to just play out the Wall of Roots here than to hold up the Bowmasters. You want to have mana. We can emergency pitch here. I don't think we need to. I think we're okay. We're just gonna hold. If they want to make a construct, they can make a construct. If they want to cast the ring, if they want to try to cast the ring, that's also fine. Is it? No, they're just gonna hold up Saga activation, which is fine for us. Because then we can hold up if we get a green card. Oh, Bowmasters. Okay. Do I want to play the Bowmasters now? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I think I do. So they're going to make a construct on end step, and then in response we're going to just flash in a Bowmaster. So, yep. Bowmaster. I know we kind of want to save it for when they're drawing cards, but I want to use my mana here. And then that's fine. Loading the mana, so I'll just fetch here. Just in case they want to do a little cheeky get another Pithy Needle, but I doubt that they're going to do that. They probably just want to hold up the mana here for the One Ring. They could also be getting a Shadow Spear, which is fine. Haywire Might. Oh, Haywire Might for Chalice. That's fine. Target the ring. So they have 1, 2. What, they have a lot of mana. Yeah, so we will Endurance. Target them. Make another construct, sure. Ooh, Chord is really good here. We need to... So if we do... So if we go 1, 2, play Bowmaster. 1, 2, play Bowmaster, and then we have... Just go for it now. It's kind of awkward. No, they can't Unholy Heat. So if we go, I'm just thinking if we play Bowmaster, we'll have 1, 2, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll still have Chord. My only worry is like, I need to take out the Pithy Needle. We will just pass turn here. Yeah, because I can't force now and then also hold up Yawgmoth. It's fine. Float the mana, sure. They actually can get Delirium here, which is kind of crazy. Because they can just sacrifice the Haywire Might, and then they'll have Delirium. Artifact, creature, enchantment, land. Okay. 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 That's fine. Fetching. Do they have Teferi? Underworld Breach. Well, this kind of puts a damper on courting for Yawgmoth. I think, man. 1, 2. Yeah, we just have to go for another endurance here. Go for 3, yeah. Endurance. Should have tapped differently so we could chump block. But if they're gonna attack here, I'm fine with that. So we just smack them right back. I take it. I take it. Young Wolf, okay. So we can play that one. Just go to combat. Should have swung with more. Just play that Young Wolf. And we'll hold up Bowmaster, force. Remove the upkeep stop. Sacrificing itself. They can replay. Oh, they can replay it. That's fine. They have 2 of their breaches in hand. They have a 1 ring in the graveyard. I don't like that. 1, 2. Ugh. Another one. I mean, we can't do. I mean, if we pitch the force now. If we pitch the force now, then we destroy these 2. And then they can't do anything, right? Because they can escape. I guess they could escape Mox Amber a few times. They could go Mox Amber for 1, but they couldn't sacrifice it. I'm just thinking if it's better to wait until they do that, or if it's... I think it's better to wait. Yeah, let's see what they do. So they put that on the stack. So yeah, in response, we will force. Get rid of Underworld Breach, Pithing Needle, or Grinding Station. They can just replay it, any of these, right? So I think we just go with these. Yield till next end step. I think they're dead, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they are dead because we have Bowmasters. Unless they have a Ragman in hand. Sack to itself. They mill more cards that they cannot play. William Marsh is not what we want to see here. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So if their last card is a removal spell, very sad. But if it's not, then we're good. Hey, we got there. Very nice. Dang. All right. Nice. Another 4-1 for us. And we lost it to Rhinos again, very unfortunately. It's a very hard matchup for our deck. It's so brutal. But we got there. Another 4-1. This one was against Underworld Breach. So, again, very fast combo. Kind of similar to ours, except with artifacts, right? They're just trying to get to... They have, like, a good mid-range plan, and they're trying to get to a combo game, a combo endgame. With Underworld Breach, any 0-mana artifact, and then Grinding Station, they can just go through their whole deck, and then they eventually loop Mox Ambers until they can find a Thassa's Oracle, then play that. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good game. We had like a lot of we drew pretty well against them. We had a lot of interaction. We had the force, we had a cord for something, we had Chalice of the Void, we had 2 endurances, so our draws lined up pretty well to what they were doing, and we could stop their combo a lot of the times. But yeah, always great games. Let me go back to the list real quick. We can talk about that for a little bit. So this list felt really good. We did get it. We got a Zulaport Cutthroat win through 1 ring in that game, and then we faced the Flumph deck, a brand spanking new deck that came out of nowhere, and then we played. What else did we do? We used Elven Chorus. We got the win with Elven Chorus at 1 life versus Scam. So that was very good league, very fun. This list feels really good. The 1 Eldritch Evolution doesn't really hurt at all. Like Eldritch is a weird card where when you have an Eldritch versus a deck that can't do anything about it, it feels awesome. It feels like so good. Like, oh, I'm gonna get my Yawg super early and have a really commanding board state. But when you're against a deck that does have hate for Eldritch, like through counter spells or through like anti-search spells, it just feels horrible. So I'm okay to be playing less Eldritch. I love the sideboard. Like, not playing any Thought Seizes didn't feel bad at all except maybe against Rhinos, right? Then that's the only matchup we really want it in. But we didn't even draw any of our sideboard cards for Rhinos. Like, we never drew our Chalice of the Voids either. So that would have helped out a lot if we got those at any point. But yeah, I mean, the list feels solid. This is what people are going to be running this weekend for the Pro Tour. Some people they're going to be playing a slightly different version. I modified this one a little bit. If I had any changes to this, I probably would want to include the Innkeeper instead of the 4th Wall of Roots. Like, have the 1 Prosperous Innkeeper, because there was a few times where I'm like, oh, I wish I had Innkeeper here to be gaining life. The Gilded Goose, it did feel, there was like 2 times I think I can recall during this league where I'm like, oh, I wish it was a regular mana dork. But again, didn't feel that bad. And the 22 lands did not feel bad at all. I mean, there were a few times, right, where it's like, oh, we're only drawing lands, but... And Pendelhaven, ooh. Pendelhaven came in clutch. But yes, very nice games. We're going to open these real quick. What do we get? Yes, always. Okay, Kaito Shizuki. Display of Power, Grafted Butcher. Some new cards. Sudden Spoiling, very funny card. And 80 points, very nice. Alrighty, well, thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate all the new subs, the new followers, new viewers. All your comments, I read all of them. So thank you guys very much for following for more Yawg gameplay, and I will see you guys in the next one.